Bart spat on his hand ready to play a prank on the new neighbor, but the moment the man spoke, Bart was terrified.
Hello, Bart. Hello, Bart.
Hello, Bart. Hello, Bart.
Bart ran home in fear and boarded up. All the doors and windows Marge thought the seemingly harmless new neighbor couldn't possibly be Sideshow Bob.
Sideshow Bob!
To put Bart completely at ease, Marge took him to the prison. Seeing Sideshow Bob was still locked up, Bart finally relaxed. That night, Sideshow Bob deliberately swallowed a crayon. The guard heard a commotion and opened the door to check. Bob took the chance to stab the crayon into the guard as he bit down on the taser and stunned the guard. Then he held the key in his mouth and escaped from the cell. After breaking out of jail, Sideshow Bob went straight to the Simpsons' house. When Homer saw him, he rushed forward quickly to subdue him, but the man said he wasn't Sideshow Bob. He was the real Walt Warren. At that very moment, the real Sideshow Bob was taking Bart to a baseball game. He took off his shoes, revealing a pair of big feet. It turned out that Walt and Sideshow Bob were cellmates. While Walt wasn't looking, Sideshow Bob injected him with anesthetic in the prison hospital. Sideshow Bob cut off Walter's face and then transplanted it onto his own. Homer smashed open Sideshow Bob's door with a shovel and found out Bob's destination. At that moment, Sideshow Bob had already taken Bart to the five corners. He came up with a brilliant plan that would keep him from being prosecuted. He could stand in one state and shoot into another state. The bullet would fly over the airspace of the third state and hit Bart in the territory of the fourth state. Finally, Bart would fall to his death in the fifth state. Every step did not violate the laws of any state. It was a perfect murder to stop Sideshow Bob. Bart kept jumping between states. At the critical moment, Walt suddenly jumped out of the bushes. He tackled Sideshow Bob and grabbed his pistol. However, there was a bee under Walt's cheek. Sideshow Bob took the chance to snatch the gun. At this life or death moment, the sheriff walked out of the smoke. It turned out that Bart never believed he was the real Walt, so he had called the sheriff before leaving and asked him to keep an eye on things secretly, but Sideshow Bob wouldn't give up. He jumped to another state and the sheriff had no jurisdiction. Unexpectedly, police officers from various states arrived one after another and Sideshow Bob had nowhere to run.